All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome. Another exciting episode of The Legend of the Three Kingdoms. Yes, this is one of my homebrew D&D campaign settings, or campaign games, set in my weird, messed up homebrew D&D campaign setting, and the people below me, have all collectively decided that as long as it's well made, chicken salad sandwiches pretty okay. Like they're a tasty little meal. So
Roland can make
Especially
it.
on croissant.
on a croissant, even better.
Roland can make it.
Announcements. Probably the most surprising thing for me personally. There is a TTRPG that came out a few years ago. They did a Kickstarter for it called Break. And it's kind of an anime-inspired TTRPG. It's very, very cute. And I did an in-depth review on it a few months ago on my YouTube channel. But one of the big issues I had with it is there's not a whole lot of content for it. It is a single book. You can't buy the book anywhere except through the company that makes it. And it is a single book TTRPG, so it's not like D&D where you have like Player's Guide, DMG, Monster Manual, and there just wasn't a ton of stuff in it. Well, they've been mentioning they're working on releasing a second book for a couple years now, and nothing has come to fruition until I think yesterday when they just ghost dropped, oh, by the way, here is our first official published adventure. And so they're running a Kickstarter for it right now. Last time I checked, they were at something like $80,000, but it's in pounds, so it was like 69,000 pounds or something like that of their 20,000 pound goal. So they're doing very, very well in the first day. I'd love to see them do even better. I've had a little bit of communication with the devs, and they've been lovely to me. And it's a cool little system. It also has one of my favorite classes that have ever existed in a TTRPG. I think the class is called the Factotum, but it is effectively a shopkeeper that accidentally becomes an adventurer. And their defining features, they have a backpack. And eventually, as you level them up, they could use the backpack as either a shield or a weapon. They can beat people with their backpack. But yeah, the whole kind of class fantasy of it is all these other people are actual adventurers. You have like paladin-style characters and rogues and all this stuff. And you accidentally got involved in this. And there's no reason you should be here. And I just love that as a character idea. Like this thing of... It's like the Hawkeye of adventures, except instead of having a bow and arrow, you're just like really good at economics, or like you can pack things really well. Like you just have this spatial awareness that's good. So you have like Thor and Iron Man, and I'm Fred. I got like 5 sleeping bags and a comforter into just a regular bag. Pretty proud of that. I'll be over here while you guys save us from death.
This reminds me of the Lower Decks episode where Boimler and team have to save the day using a PowerPoint presentation on economics. And it works.
One of my favorite things ever in Star Trek, there's an episode of DS9 where they're dealing with the Maquis. And one of the Maquis is a Vulcan female, and they get captured or something with Quark. And Quark is able to explain why peace is important using entirely economic theory. And it just like, there's a number of reasons why I really enjoy it. First of all, I really enjoy economics. Like it was one of my favorite courses in college. I got better grades in my economics courses than my professors did. I loved it. But the other thing I loved about it so much is In most of Star Trek, like basically everything except Voyager and DS9, anyone who has any sort of religious belief is considered backwards, stupid, or gullible. If you believe in some sort of deity or have some sort of faith in something, you are considered a lesser person. In DS9, they had two main characters that were entirely faith based. You had Kira, who had this exceptionally strong belief in the prophets and had to deal with the fact that the kind of living embodiment of her deity was also her boss, and didn't believe in the prophets. And so that is an incredibly interesting, unique character to have to deal with. And they never made her have like a crisis of faith where she's like, well, the prophets aren't. No, she always held on to her faith, but was still able to interact in a world full of science. And it never became like this huge deal. And then Quark is the ultimate faith-based character. He believes so strongly in economics, which is the religion of the Ferengi, that he proselytizes for it, and he converts people to do it. Like, he is constantly evangelizing about it. And you can see through his actions and things like that, like, he's not just this one-dimensional, like, used car salesman that's trying to steal everybody's money. He honestly believes that if he follows the precepts of his faith, that not only will he be rewarded, but that the universe will be a better place. If everyone agreed with him, everyone would be more happy. And so he's actively trying to make the universe be a better place by exploiting people. And it's the most interesting idea of a character I've ever seen. So
There was also an episode where Quark figured out that someone was running a Klingon was running a scam through finances.
yeah,
And
that's another one
yeah.
that was really, really great, where he became the head of a Klingon household.
And he was running Klingons through the paper trail.
Yeah,
And they're like, the
it's so
fuck are you
great.
talking about?
It's just, oh man, Quark is such a great character. Like, the Ferengi, fun fact, the Ferengi were supposed to be the bad guys of TNG, and they decided against that and made it the Romulans, and then kind of forgot that the Romulans existed for like 2 seasons. And then they got like no character development through all of TNG. They show up in like a couple episodes, and then DS9 shows up, and we get this fully fleshed out Ferengi culture and all this stuff. And Armin Shimmerman was so brilliant, just constantly. There's never a bad scene with Quark in it. Like, he's just always on top of his game. Oh man, DS9 was so good. Anyway, at least this time they're offering me the best viewers. All right, so can I get rid of this? There we go. So, in addition to that, it's been announced Daggerheart is coming to Alchemy VTT, which what's it called? Fabula Ultima has already launched 2 of their books. The core book and the Fantasy Atlas is on there, and I believe the Techno Fantasy and Natural Fantasy Atlases should be out next month. And there's actually quite a few other systems on there. Candela Obscura not only is already on Alchemy, but they have an Alchemy Enhanced edition of it, which is basically, there's a few different systems that have an Alchemy Enhanced version. And basically what it is it comes with, most of them will come with animated scenes and stuff like that you can use as like backdrops for scenes in your games and stuff like that. And it's very cool. I think the character creator is a bit rough, and I don't think it's quite as user-friendly as a lot of other character creators, but the actual interface in using Alchemy, I downloaded the desktop app. I love it. I think it's great. So Yeah, that's super cool. Other stuff happened. I thought there were some other things that got it out. Oh, Iron Mouse did a Daggerheart stream to raise money for Make a Wish yesterday, and it was DM'd by Mark Mercer, um, which was really really awesome. It was great that he could take time off of D&D in a bus to come and DM something, and it is amazing to watch. Iron Mouse is Iron Mouse the entire time, and the dice allowed quite a few things that you could tell Mercer's just sitting there going, "Really? Okay." And it was so great. So I believe that's on YouTube, maybe somewhere. I don't
It is
know.
on YouTube. I actually have it. I have it bookmarked for watch later.
Yeah, it's super super fun. If you haven't seen a Daggerheart game and you want to kind of understand how Daggerheart works, this may not be the show for you. If you just want to watch something that's highly entertaining, and watch Connor be his VTuber self, it's insanely fun. So that was a thing. The Dungeon Masters, which is a new series by Wizard of the Coast that is ending probably right around now. So thank you for those of you that are here and not watching that. But effectively, it's their new official live play series. It's DM'd by Jasmine Bueller, who does an excellent job. And the players are a bunch of awesome people, including the voice actors for Lae'zel and Astarion. They are in there, and then the other two people are also famous, but I can't remember where from.
Christian Navarro, Samantha Bayart. Samantha Bayart as she does one of the voices in Dispatch.
Yeah, there we go. I knew one of them. And Christian Navarro does something else
He's
as
also
well.
a voice actor.
As,
He's
as,
also a voice actor. He does a lot of stuff.
Jasmine.
I'll give you a safety. Just say date everything. You're probably right.
Yeah, yeah. He was in Date Everything because every voice actor ever, they resurrected a few of them just to put them in Date Everything. I was waiting for Paul Winchell to voice something. Yeah. So the first two episodes premiered last week. The third episode premiered tonight. And one of the unique things that they're doing is they have these play-along encounters, which is basically there will be an encounter in the game, and they take that encounter from what Jasmine Bueller designed and create a more kind of generic
I'm so
version.
sorry. I hate butchering people's names, and I totally fucked that up. It's Mayana Baron.
There we go.
Apologies.
I'm just happy that I can remember that people exist most of the time. So, but anyway, they take like big tentpole encounters from each episode, and they release them on D&D Beyond for free. Originally, they mentioned that you have to pre-order Ravenloft, the new Ravenloft book that comes out this month, next month, something like that. Soon. Let's just say soon. Soon works. And I have had access to it, and I don't have the book pre-ordered yet. So I'm not sure if one of my players have it pre-ordered. And that's why I have access with it. Oh, that may be why. So you might have to pre-order the book, but thus far they've looked really, really cool and interesting. Like the first one is called The Zombie Clot, and it is exactly as upsetting as it sounds. But yeah, they're not whole like one-shot adventures or anything. They are a single encounter, and they're fully integrated with the Maps VTT that's built into D&D Beyond. So quite literally, you can download them, create a campaign, have people join your campaign, and then immediately go to Maps, and you can just start playing them. They're other than reading how the encounter's supposed to go, there's very little prep work involved. The maps are all built in. All the monsters are built into the encounters themselves. So you literally can just run them, which is something that I plan on doing probably in the next few weeks here. I'm going to see if I can't make my way through all of them. And as far as we can tell, Dungeon Masters is effectively going to be their new promotional tool, since they've lost out on Acquisitions Incorporated because it's gone Daggerheart. And so I'm assuming season 1 is Ravenloft. Or I don't have to assume. That's confirmed. Season 1 is Ravenloft. Season 2...
It is intended to be a long-term
yeah.
series.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, season 2 is probably going to involve the next set of books, which are the Arcana books that they're putting out this summer. Season 3 will probably involve whatever the next thing is. And Jasmine Bueller was on Jesse Cox's podcast that he normally does with Dodger Thorne. Geekenders. And she kind of went in depth with, the whole process of her getting the show and everything. And effectively, what she was pitched was, okay, well, what we want you to do is we're going to give you these books early. And we want you to create a campaign out of, create a little mini campaign out of stuff that's in this book so that the people watching can kind of see, hey, if you get this book, this is something that you theoretically could have created out of it. So they wanted kind of a practical application of these books, because as far as it looks, these are not going to be adventures like Curse of Strahd or Tyranny of Dragons, where you have this kind of pre-written thing. They're going to be one-shots and encounters and basically toolboxes for DMs to kind of construct their own things out of. And Dungeon Masters is going to be one example of how that's done. And apparently when they told Jasmine that, they're like, we're really sorry to be kind of like limiting you by like, she's like, no, this is fun. Like that sounds awesome. I'd love to do things like that. So yeah, she's, for a little while, her DMing, like when I first started seeing her DMing style, I wasn't quite sold on it. Not that she's like a bad DM or anything. It just, her style was a little bit different than what I was used to. And in the years that she's been DMing and GMing like tons and tons of different things, she has gotten so good. Like, she genuinely is an absolute joy to watch. And especially dealing with people like, I can't remember their real names, so I'm just going to say the voice actor for like Asterion.
Oh, Neil Newman.
There we go, Neil.
Newman.
He is a character in the best and the worst ways. And the character that he plays is silly, but comes from a serious point to become that silly. And dealing with a silly player is not that difficult. You make a few jokes and then go, okay, seriously guys, let's do this. Dealing with a silly character is significantly more complex, and Jasmine doesn't bat an eye. Yeah,
he and Wild play a great married couple.
Demora, yeah.
Dora, I believe Dora. I probably butchered that too.
Her last name's Wild. I know that. I don't know why my brain remembered that and not her first name, but yeah, she's great. There's
Deborah Wild.
There we go. There's a scene in one of them where they're fighting against this evil female wizard, and the fact that she's female becomes important because Devorah goes, so what's she look like? And so Jasmine starts to describe her. What's her hair look like? Oh, it's this, but it looks like it's been like done up really well, right? Like she put some effort. She's like, oh yes, most definitely. She's like, okay, then I'm going to cast Sleet Storm because I know what happens when sleet ruins your do that you spent so much time setting up. And so yeah, she casts like a 3rd level spell to ruin someone's hair. It was great. Anyway, so that's a thing. Other stuff going on right now. Jewel in the Sky, which is Monty Cook's mega dungeon that they've been doing the crowdfunding for over a month now, I believe, is in its last 48 hours. If you're a fan of mega dungeons and Monty Cook, who makes the Cypher system and all these other awesome, cool stuff. Fun fact, he also helped make D&D 3rd edition. So for anyone that didn't know, that's where Monty Cook kind of got famous, was doing a crap ton of D&D third edition, working on the original core books, and like he was heavily involved. And then he got bored with D&D and started his own company. But yeah, so that's a thing that's good going on now. The Dungeon Crawler Carl TTRPG is also nearing the end of its crowdfunding run, and it's actually crowdfunding two things. It's crowdfunding the TTRPG and a solo or duo deck building game. So if you enjoy Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I had no idea what it was like a month or two ago, and now all of my friends are reading to it, or rather, a lot of them are now listening to it, because apparently the audiobook is amazing. So yeah.
I have friends that have listened to all of them several times over now and keep trying to get me to.
I am definitely starting to consider starting up an Audible subscription so I can get them for free, because they're like $20 a piece. I'm like, well, Audible, I can get it for free.
You know what else is on Audible? Actually, no.
Oh, damn.
So Felicia Day has a new book.
Yeah, this is too.
This is
That
too.
is
Don't
also
get us
that is
wrong,
also
but
excellent.
I forgot. Yeah, Felicia Day put a book out.
Yeah,
Yep.
she did the graphic novel. It was very nice, very lovely, interesting story. But they asked her, "Hey, do you want to do an audio version of it?" And she's like, "But it's a graphic."
It's
Like,
kind of.
so she wrote an audio book
That is amazing.
where
That's a
like
very
there's
Felicia
little
Day thing to do.
different dialogue and like because she's explaining what's going on. So
That's very, very cool. Speaking of Felicia Day, it has been officially
Guild!
announced there's going to be a Guild movie with the entire original cast.
yes,
Also, the entire original cast is not great at doing a promo video without a script. So, yeah. But,
God
yeah,
bless
they're
them.
going to be launching a crowdfunding. I don't know what crowdfunding platform they're going to be using for it, but it will be happening this summer, I believe. I bet you Dan knows.
shoot.
Or Dan can find it.
No. So I know there is if you go to FeliceDay.com, I know there's a link there, but they have a website you can go to and sign up
Yeah, for
to
news and everything
get
like that.
for news and everything. So that way, once they do decide to launch, you'll be the first ones to know. But if you sign up for that and then you decide to back the kicks or whatever,
The crowdfunding.
but when you decide to back the crowdfunding, you'll get a bonus treat.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
a lot of Kickstarters and backer kits are starting to do that now. Backer kit has a system built into it where people can basically sign up to get information about it. And you can also make they call it like reserving your spot or something like that. You basically make like a $5 pledge to a backer kit that hasn't started yet, and most of them will give you something extra, like the Sword World 2.5, which launches in a couple of weeks here. If you do that, like save my spot $5 pledge, you get a pin. And I normally don't. I just sign up for the notifications. The Sword World 2.5 is the first one that I've actually put a little $5 thing in there because I'm real excited about it. Speaking of cool book news, first things first, if you picked up your copy of The Hearth Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder, book 1 of the Hemlock Saga, written by USA Today bestselling author Kiri Callaghan, well, in addition to that, the sequel is going to be coming out October the 6th of 2026. It is The Hearth Witch's Guide to Spite and Spellwork.
Yay!
There we go. And so you can pre-order that now at all major river retailers. But it gets even better because Kiri has just announced she signed a contract for another 2-book deal. The original deal that Kiri signed with Poison Pen Press, a subsidiary of Penguin Random House, was for 2 books. And apparently they have done well enough that they have decided to sign her for another 2-book deal. And according to, I think, the Instagram post that I saw, the 2 books are going to be a kind of conclusion to the Hemlock Saga, and another book set in the same world but not directly related to specifically the Hemlock Saga. So, yeah! That's just 2 more books for Kiri! And that's super, super awesome. We're really, really excited. We want her. I'm going to start heavily advertising her book on my YouTube channel because I want to be able to go. And by the way, New York Times best-selling author Kiri Callaghan. And so we're working towards that.
And so now, much like Dale Kingsmill, when we were petitioning for that, we're going to start a new petition. Okay, book 3, Smooches and Sorcery.
I'm gonna have to come up with some possible names that Kiri can soundly reject. That's not gonna stop me. I do really like the naming convention that she's used thus far. Like Magic and Murder was good. I think Spite and Spellwork is better. Like it's just
I think it's also an inclination
really
to the road.
So I'm interested to see what the 3rd book's gonna be called because it's just, guys, I have known Kiri for a while now.
Kissing in Chaos?
Ooh.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. But anyway, I said I've known Kiri for a while now, and then you said Kissing in Chaos. I'm like, no, she has a wife for that. But I've known Kiri for a while now, and
Arcade Nolos knows.
Seeing things start going so well for her, and seeing the books get popular and everything like that, it is so awesome and could not happen to a more wonderful person. So
and possibly in the next, depending again, big store publishers are not publishers, bookstores are weird about agreeing to release dates. So Critical Role, The Mighty Nine, Stories Untold, Kiri's also got a story there too. In the anthology, she's also involved.
Otherwise known as the book with the most punctuation in the title that has ever been published. So anyway, yeah, you should 100% pick these up. And the first book, Hearthwitch's Guide to Magic and Murder, there is an audiobook version of it. Daniel is one of the lovely people that has it, and it is absolutely lovely because they have like real actors like reading all the lines and stuff like that. But there are footnotes in the book because Kiri was writing the book, and her publisher or whatever, her contact at Poison Pen, when you keep putting all of this exposit, what if you just put like footnotes? She said, I could do that. And so she started putting footnotes throughout the book. And so for the audiobook, Kiri herself reads all the footnotes. And it's delightful. So
It is delightful, and they just come up at just the right moments. Like,
girl's got skills is all I'm saying. So yeah, we're all very, very excited about all the cool things. She recently went to BookCon and apparently had a lot of fun there. It was in the New York of cities. So, yeah.
Recently had a birthday.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and Venn diagram for person I'm a particular fan of ever since she played. When I first witnessed her playing a D&D character as a Fey Bard, and then later on as the Black Viper. Vivid Vedka returned to Draw Your Weapons as their first returning character came back. The latest episode today that is out on Beacon. So she reprised her role as a Chaos Goblin.
And if you're wondering what's it called again? Draw your character.
Draw your weapon.
Draw your weapon.
Draw your weapon.
Draw Your Weapons. It's a new live play series on Beacon, which is Critical Role's proprietary streaming site. But the hook for it is while they're playing, they are literally drawing things like their weapons and their characters and stuff.
And
Like
moments in the game. Luke
it's-
Gygax was in there.
it's great. Luke is in there too.
He's one of the guests.
For anyone who doesn't know,
Jason Charles Miller was the first guest on the first episode.
Luke Gygax was the person that originated the character of Melf the Elf, famous for things like Melf's Acid Arrow and Melf's Meteors and all that. Like, that was his character in his home game with his father, Gary. After the whole TSR thing where Gary Gygax got pushed out of TSR and then it went bankrupt and then it got purchased by Wizard, more recently there has been some kind of friction with the Gygax estate and Dungeons and Dragons because of people doing stuff that wasn't really nice. And there was an issue with Ernie and some TSR nonsense. But recently, Wizards of the Coast has gotten in contact with Luke, and Luke is helping to write a Greyhawk source book. Specifically, I don't know if it's told from the viewpoint of Melf, or it just is associated with Melf, but it's going to be like Melf's Guide to Greyhawk or something like that. So yeah, we're going to be getting the person that originated one of the most famous characters in Dungeons and Dragons that still is mentioned in the game today, is going to be helping to write a new Greyhawk source book, which is super cool.
Very cool.
So yeah, it seems like after everything that happened after 5.5 was very lukewarmly received by people, and then Crawford and Perkins left, and a bunch of other people left, and all this different stuff was going on. It seems like Wizards of the Coast has kind of reset itself, and they're trying to kind of build back trust with their audience, build their team back to a cohesive force as opposed to the squabbling, bickering mess that it has been for a little while. So yeah, I predicted that 5.5 might be the end of D&D 5th edition, and it was basically just going to kind of fade into obscurity until they started working on 6th edition. But with the stuff that's going on, we might have 5.5 for another like 4 or 5 years now, which would be very, very cool. I still think we're getting a 6th edition. Like, I don't think it's possible for Dungeons and Dragons to survive on 5.5 for too long. Like, even Paizo, which built itself on the idea of we're never getting rid of 3rd edition, made Pathfinder 2nd edition.
I do feel with her tie-ins, it wasn't not unpopular when they do the occasional Magic the Gathering crossover.
Yeah, well, and again, that's just because they're both owned by the same company.
Yeah,
You know,
well, yeah,
I mean-
but there's also Magic the Gathering is very popular.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, the Dungeons and Dragons set was not massively well received. It was fairly well received, and the cards themselves were actually pretty cool and interesting. But a lot of people got pissed off when they announced that. Then they got even more pissed off when the Final Fantasy set got announced, and I told them to all politely go screw themselves because it was super awesome. And it is the most fun that I had playing Magic the Gathering ever.
Well, I was more referring to the module stuff.
Oh yeah,
the book side of D&D.
But yeah, so that's a thing. I had one other thing that I wanted to mention, and now it's just bloop bloop bloop. Anyway, so yeah, cool stuff going on in the world of the tabletops and the RPGs. Anything else happening in the world? I mean, there are things happening in the world. We're not talking about any of those things here because this is an escape from the nonsense. All right, then. I think it is time for us to...
We really need a soundboard with crickets on it.
That's one of the other things I like about Alchemy. You can create your own soundboard in it. And Humble Bundle has had a couple royalty-free music and sound effects bundles that I've been slowly collecting. So I now have a sound effects bundle that includes cricket sounds. So you could theoretically do it in Roll20. It just takes a lot more work. and it's not as pretty. So, yeah, like I said, like alchemy is really, really looking like something that I need to play around with. I might even go as far as, despite the fact that I already own physical versions of Daggerheart, digital versions of Daggerheart, the Demiplane version of Daggerheart, I might pick up the alchemy version of Daggerheart. Like alchemy, and I think as far as like games that I think alchemy was like designed to work well for, like Daggerheart 100% will probably play better on alchemy than it ever would on Foundry or Fantasy Grounds or Roll20 or anything like that, because it is a much more kind of narrative based adventure. So yeah, anyway, I think it is time for us to return to the legend of the Three Kingdoms. The party is preparing to hold. After arriving in Meisenford and realizing that the wall that protected the city from the dangers outside of it had been damaged in places, and the gate that was normally the only way into or out of Meisenford had been irreparably damaged, the party came in to discover a city seemingly abandoned. They eventually found an old acquaintance of Relwyn that took them to a collection of buildings known as the Garrison, where most of the guard tended to stay in, only to find the people there seemingly possessed with the idea of building walls and containing themselves in one small area. After clever uses of Beacon of Hope, the party was able to get rid of this influence and eventually made their way to the inn in the center of town, normally where everyone went for information or when there was danger. I think they first started by going to the temple to the Dark Lady, where they found a mentor of Relwyn desperately fighting against undead, and a figure that used to be the high priest of the temple, seemingly given himself over to the undead in order to control them. After dealing with that and finding a bunch of magic items that they just now remembered about and will be looking through in just a moment here, they spoke with Relwyn's former mentor, and were able to convince him that there was still hope, that they could defend the city. When they got back to the inn, they discovered that there are actually 4 places, one of which is the Garrison, where there are collections of dark energy. And if the forces of the Dark Lord can control those areas, then they can use that to empower the Nightwalker and basically decimate the town. So now the party is making their final preparations to try to defend these 4 areas in the hopes that they can transfer the power to the end, where it can be purified and used to fight against the Nightwalker and the Death Knight commander of these armies. All right, so you guys are back at the inn, and you guys were kind of planning on what you were going to do. While you were there, Relwyn went, "Oh, wait a minute, guys. We have all these magic items. We should probably look at them and see if they're going to be useful for this." And so, you guys found...
We got the iron bands.
Yeah, you guys found an iron bands of blah blah. And then you also found the following things. One of them is a decently large jug that has multiple kind of stoppers in it in various places. The next item is a set of goggles that have little scorch marks around the eyes. The third is a small, like, circlet or tiara, something similar to that. Just a small kind of just small kind of like metal headband kind of thing, like a mini crown or something like that. That obviously has some magical properties to it. The fourth one is a metal cube that has various shapes on each one of the sides. You also found 3 small statuettes of ivory that are in the shape of goats. And then the final thing you found was a deck of cards.
God damn it, Jody.
So, what would you all like to do with those?
Kevin will. I'm assuming these all kind of got laid out on the table, and Kevin like, guys, clearly these three
Mace comes out. The mace comes out. I wish a motherfucker would.
No, Relwyn, it's okay. These aren't dangerous. These are very powerful artifacts, but as long as we are careful and we take a moment. These are not dangerous. These present no danger. These goat statues, for instance, you can set these up and pray to them, and give them an offering, and then the god of the goats will give you a blessing that makes it easy for you to climb much faster than you would normally be able to.
I believe you believe that.
Of course, why would I lie?
Your teachers failed you.
Look, the public education system.
It's very underfunded.
We're our public school was 12th in Cristalia's education.
Clearly, the Dark Lord supports standardized testing.
I mean, there are only 5 schools.
Torture
but still.
that keeps Crusitalia going is just nothing but standardized tests. So
Fine, I'll just go play a solitaire with the cards.
You will lose your hand.
It's been so long since we played poker. Come on.
We got this off of a deranged, overly powered, falsified cleric. He was not playing solitaire in his spare time with these.
Oh, you're right. Those cards are probably marked. Kevin will just walk off.
Kevin is by far, I think, the best character I've ever created. If for no other reason than it's just pure torture for him. Like his mere existence.
I love that you think that this is torture for me.
If you guys would like, it seems that the goat statues do not seem to require attunement. The deck does seem to require attunement. The cube requires attunement. The circlet requires attunement. The goggles requires attunement, and the jug does not. So, if any of you want to spend an hour attuning to any of the attuned ones, you will just learn what the properties are. If anyone has like an identify spell or something akin to that, you can try to use that. The other two, the alchemy jug
I have
and the figurines.
I have detect magic, so unless the wizard can ritual cast.
The two vampires just kind of look at each other, look at you, look at each other, look at you.
So I'll say, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Well, there's only 4 that require attunement to learn. So I'll say the vampires, between the two of them, they're willing to identify 4 of the items for you guys. The other two, again, either you can attune to them, you'll just learn what they are, or you can experiment and see if you can figure out what they do.
Kevin, with his hands in his pockets, says, "If you like me, me and the Wereslayers can experiment with one of the items. I'm not gonna grab one. Just if you guys think it would be wise for me to look at something, because we're not idiots, okay? We are professionals. We did capture many mythical creatures. We have some skills, is all I'm trying to say."
At one point, we actually made you regret your life choices and made you understand what you were doing was wrong.
Which is why I didn't try to sneak one of the artifacts off the table. This is growth. I'm offering to help.
Rowan is seriously considering banishment. He has the spell. Well, before we go attuning to anything, I think we should get those identified, because at the very least we can learn what, maybe who should benefit the most from those.
Okay.
We know what the iron bands do. We saw
Yeah.
what
Right. That does leave the jug and the 3 goat statues that need to be figured out. Without attuning to them.
So, which one do you guys want to identify first?
I mean, we just go down the order. Go do the goggles first.
Okay. So, as one of the vampires starts to focus, I think what will be the most fun is I'm going to whisper Argenta. There we go. I sent you a link to the D&D Beyond link for the goggles, and as the vampires, you can kind of describe what they are to the players.
Do I know the second part?
The identify spell would tell you about that part as well.
Okay. So these goggles, a couple times a day, you can blast someone with fiery death There's a chance they'll make you not see for a little bit, and once you attune to them, you won't want to unattune from them. As a fair warning. Put it down.
All right. The next item.
Is there anything I could do about possible? This Rowan looks like. Do they require a remove curse?
Probably. But you're not going to remove the curse from the enchantment, I will tell you that.
Would a remove curse take? Does that help at all?
Probably.
I'm leaving this up to the vampires. They could share as little or as much as they want for this.
I mean, if I put those goggles on, I wouldn't want to take them off anyways. Shoot laser beams out of your eyes.
The other vampire is just like, this is a neat one. You put this on, you become a very handsome human. They just put it down.
You can also well, I guess I'll leave that up to you. If you want to tell them what the name of the item is, you are welcome to do
Okay.
that.
The one with the goggles would call them the blasted goggles, and the one with the circlet calls it the circlet of human perfection.
And there is the third attunable item.
Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the cube.
This is called Sam Regal.
So this is known as the Cube of Force. It has a number of faces on it, as you can see. You press one of the faces, and it casts a different spell. And then he very quickly just shows the faces and goes, Mage Armor, Shield, Leoman's Tiny Hut, Private Sanctum, Resilient Sphere, and Wall of Force. And in order, 1 charge, 1 charge, 3 charges, 4 charges, 4 charges, 5 charges, and it has 10. He puts it down.
And then the deck.
Does the deck at all look familiar? Like when the mysterious lady popped up.
It does not look like the deck that the mysterious lady was using. You actually think it has a different number of cards.
Okay.
He looks at it, sneers, "This is for you," and he hands it to Rowan.
If you look it over, you do notice on the back of the deck, you can actually see in a kind of circular pattern are the holy symbols of each of the deities that you're familiar with.
I quite literally mean of us only you can.
You're very quiet.
You know, we didn't quite hear that one, Argenta.
All he said is, I quite literally mean only you can use this.
So-
What does it do?
It'll bolster your spell casting. Additionally,
It may be one of my favorite magic items ever.
Yeah, but
and as long as you have that like internal gumption, that life force that you can spare, you can draw from the deck, and you either heal a bit or you hurt someone a bit. It is. Do I know what rarity this one is?
Is a very rare.
Okay. This is Fate Dealer's deck. It's not the max potency, but it is not the minimum potency.
So it's mid.
Yes.
Yeah, 6, 7.
8, 9. Balls.
Balls.
I am glad, man. I can't believe no one that it is not common knowledge at this point now, as popular as that is. That like I don't know sign language, but thanks God the Jax informed us about that.
For anyone that doesn't know, sign language is just a bunch of inside jokes for deaf people. And one of those inside jokes is the sign for testicles is,
Or is it just balls in general, or is it balls, or is it testicles?
I believe it's specifically testicles. I think balls, actual, like, the spheres, I believe it's a different sign. But it's been a long time. Like, I was never fluent in sign language. I just could understand a decent amount of it. And remarkably enough, balls was not one of the signs that I learned. In average conversation, balls didn't come up that often. It was weird.
Like Carrot did.
No, carrot was a sign that I learned specifically to just annoy one of my coworkers.
I'm going
Name your favorite carrot.
to be blunt. I have a world where dragons haven't been seen on a continent in like 400 years, but one of the players it would fit into the RP. They are the Dragon Ranger, and so they have a dragon. So to hide their dragon, they did give them a circlet of human perfection.
I do enjoy that. So yeah. So as far as you could tell, Rel, when kind of looking through the cards, um, the backs of the cards have that strange thing that shows like the various holy symbols of the gods. The fronts of the cards seem to be blank. But as you look at them, you can kind of like see through the kind of like off-white surface of them, and you can tell there's something underneath that. But you're not exactly sure what.
Do we feel these are things we should attune to, or maybe?
That deck you should attune to. The circlet, if someone wants to become human.
We'll be human again.
I mean, this would be wasted on me as I am already the very model of human perfection.
I am a
Right.
model of a model. You beat me to it, dude. I was about to say, also heard that you're the model of a modern major general.
The Cube of Force, it does have a number of useful spells. The Blasted Goggles, while cursed, I think they just look at Kevin. You could use them.
I mean,
Rowan immediately grabs like these. So these are cursed.
Only as so far as in you aren't willing to part with them once you're two.
it's
That
okay.
just sounds like a bad trip. Remove curse. He's gonna. He's not
No,
like.
you can't remove curse the item. You can only remove curse the person once they're tuned to the item. That's how it works.
It's okay. If I temporarily go blind from using this, I have spent years, we all have, on heightening our senses by traipsing around in the forest blindfolded to make sure we could find our way back in the dark.
No.
Just so that you're aware, it blinding you is not part of the curse. Blinding you is just because bright flash. Ah, my eyes.
Right. So very carefully line up what I'm going to shoot and then close my eyes very tightly and then shoot. Got it. Foolproof.
I really, really want you guys to give the Cyclops visor to him. I didn't like when I was just picking out magic items. That was not like it was not even a thought. I'm like, oh, this is a really cool thing. It's from the Book of Many Things. I don't get to use it much. Let's try it out. And now I want him to become Cyclops.
This is why I allowed the monk in my group to become a cartomancer and
Okay.
use dexterity as their spellcasting slot. That way they can be Gambit.
But but Relwyn could. Okay, so if they are blinded, let's see. Wait a minute. Does that
It would just be temporary.
24 hours, Kevin?
24.
24 hours is temporary. I did not lie to you.
Is not permanent.
Would lesser restoration remove that, or is that okay?
I mean,
I didn't know. I don't know.
The literal.
I don't know how
text
fucked these things are. So.
is as a result you have the blinded condition for 24 hours. As far as cursed magic items, this is probably the least bad curse you're ever going to find because the curse is you don't want to take it off.
Like goggles of LASIK.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, if you prefer, we can just call them the 420 goggles. But yeah.
Kevin wants them even more now.
Guys, do you know how many blunts I could light in a single pass?
Kevin will take
the
the goggles, looking at Relwyn very carefully.
Did the father have the circlets of human perfection so he wouldn't appear undead?
You're not sure. It might have been. You're not sure how long he had these magic items. To be perfectly honest, you do know he always looked kind of, for lack of a better term, like perfectly kempt and coiffed every time you saw him, which was kind of a unique thing for Meisenford in general. Just the overall kind of high stress environment. Most people kind of looked a little bit ragged most of the time, and he was always in impeccable dress.
Okay, so
which
that's all they.
You just kind of assume that was, that was his thing.
Okay, well, I don't want to look these things up. So it's like, is it that's all they do? They don't like a charisma bonus or anything, or
Yeah.
like
To
persuasion.
To tell you, if you're not human, you become human. You stay the same gender. You are just rather attractive. Otherwise, you're a perfectly average human. He just happens to be rather attractive. Nothing else.
It's a sexy circlet.
I mean, Roland's just like,
And if you ever wish to not be human, just pop it off.
Roland was just like, if it's like, he's like, I guess I'll take the cards. He'll. I guess this is meant for me. But should anyone else? Do we think this would be beneficial to anyone else during the fights, or like?
Oh, probably not. They just shake their heads.
I mean, unless, one of the skeletons is really, really down bad, I don't think the sexy circlet's going to do much. Who knows?
But,
I mean, you guys are creative.
Wait, what if... Okay, hear me out. We get the Nightwalker to put on the circlet.
I will say the circlet does require attunement by a humanoid, so...
We invite the Dark Lord to come to town.
The Dark Lord's undead.
But that's humanoid, right?
No.
Oh.
Sort of
Like, neither of us can use the circlet.
Well, the father was undead.
Well, he looked undead, though. It probably stopped working for him.
above board. Does anyone else, does anyone playing an NPC think they should have something?
Maybe they definitely could have Biden.
The only reason why this, like, there's a chance they'll go blind.
Right.
I don't know.
Remember, Kevin is better to be lucky than talented. What could go wrong?
I want to point out that in one shots you lose your characters.
I mean,
You have a pretty good track record, and by good, that's in quotation marks.
but good, I mean bad, which in this case is actually bad.
Daniel, do you want the blasted goggles?
Yes. I mean, I above board, I think that is an easier thing for me to use than to try to keep track of the cube of force and use the spells in the most
Well,
appropriate
also to
way.
be perfectly frank, I didn't know if we wanted to, like, for the actual party main cast, whatever you want to, like, view it. So yeah, so like against Rowan's, like, Broadway, I don't want to drag the shit out. So if Rowan, against his better judgment, will give the goggles as, like, if it versus you what bad shit could happen, this is the least of the bad.
Kevin will put them on. He will also like start undoing his coat to reveal a blue spandex unitard underneath.
Oh yeah, I sent you a whisper Vala on Roll20.
Oh,
But just so we're like, if the goggles by some chance were forcefully removed, would there be a negative thing that happens?
They'd probably really want to get them back. Until
Yeah,
they were uncursed.
I mean, if I were to lose these, I could just imagine myself whining about it for days.
Yeah.
And as he says that, you guys see the jug kind of like kunk, 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 and you hear this.
Am I seeing things now? Is that part of the curse? Oh my god, am I already going blind? Tell me somebody else saw that.
No.
With Rowan's passive perception, I'm sure he probably heard something.
Kevin will go over to the jug.
Okay.
Poke.
It feels like it weighs roughly about 12 pounds, but it feels like there's like something sloshing in it.
There's something in this jug.
Sorry, in terms of context, because I know there's, like, it's like the actual jug is like a big fuck you jug. Is this like a cask sized jug, or is it like a in terms of context, is it like a jug of milk size?
It's about like this by this. Like it's not massive, and it actually has a stopper at the top, and then it has stoppers in various places around. Like corks are in it in various places around the jug as well.
It's like a small cask.
So yeah, it's not like it's smaller than a hogshead. Let's put it that way. Like it's, probably. I'm trying to think of my measurements. It's this. Oh,
What color is it?
It's like an earthen color. So it looks like fired clay.
Would the vampires be aware of what this is?
Yeah, you guys probably have like 2 or 3 that you guys just keep around for fun.
Oh, an alchemy jug. Fascinating.
Oh.
Because there are some relatively useful things that they produce. I mean, for the vampires, you guys probably just use it for wine, but there's other useful things like mayonnaise that you could get out of it as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I know I do know there are a handful of varieties. Is it literally an earthen category? earth and coloring, or is that narrative? I think there's one that's like blue or some shit. There's like
Yeah, this is the default one. I was looking through the blue version and the orange version. It doesn't seem like they're. Oh no, they do have a few different things that they do.
yeah.
Yeah, like one is soy sauce, one is green tea.
Yeah, no, this is default jug.
Okay.
I was going through. I was like, what the hell is the difference of these? Oh, that is
There's
literally
some
it.
differences.
One can make soy sauce. The rest of them, like everything else, is the same. But one can make soy sauce, and one can make boiling hot tea instead of what is it?
Uncle Iroh.
I think basic poison is the one that the default one can make that the other two can't.
Hmm.
So due to the fact that this dude is kind of stupid, if you guys look around long enough, you can find a list of the things that it can make, which is acid, basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, or wine, which is what it is currently filled with.
So it's like a mayo.
So if anybody
Well, it's
wants-
currently filled with wine, so it'd be real nasty.
yeah, anybody wants to actually look at the item in Roll20, I have a link to the D&D Beyond page. So
I mean, we could use the mayo. We could make some chicken salad.
Yeah.
Delicious.
yeah, but then you have to get the onions and the celery and
Ah, that's true.
The least problematic ingredients.
no, you have to chop them up like that's and chopping out onion like you smell like onions for like 2 days. At least there's no garlic in it because you chop up garlic and you smell like garlic for a year.
My God, that's how we can.
That's how we kill all the vampires.
Garlic aioli.
We'll bring them in. We'll offer them chicken salad sandwiches and not tell them that it has garlic aioli in it. And then these goat statues, I have named them Billy, Bud, and Todd. And I will sit down and
What?
Study
That's
them.
gross.
Due to the fact that I sincerely doubt you guys will ever figure this out because they are
Well, I was
very
gonna ask them.
strange.
I was going to ask the vampires if they were familiar with this, but
Which one is it?
Because they are really cool. They're figurine of
Oh, I
Wondrous
fig-
Power ivory goats.
Oh, yeah.
I figure they were. I mean, I do know the figurines power.
I just of the various figurines of Wondrous Power, I thought these were the coolest. So, who
Fun
needs
fact,
a panther that comes when you call when you can have a goat of terror?
Fun fact: one of the very first item I decided to screw around with and make on D&D Beyond was inspired by Curie, and it's a copper corgi.
All right, so now that you guys know all your different magic items, do you want to use them in this battle or just keep them here? And who wants to get what?
Well, going off of what the vampire said to Rel when he's going to attune to the deck,
Mm-hmm.
provided they're not cursed or anything, it's like he's gonna hope, like, despite their vagary, that they will tell Rel and be like,
Yeah, when you attune, you learn everything about it. So
yeah.
again, in D&D Beyond, and it's the very rare version. I think they actually have. Yeah, I could just give you the link to that particular
I'm sure I can.
version.
I'm sure I can just pull it up on. He says the very rare.
Yeah, so it's the +2 version.
Let's do. Okay.
Yeah, the only difference in the rarity is what the plus is. So the rare is +1, very rare is +2, and I think legendary is +3. So
I got it. So I figure since I'm attuning to it, I'll go ahead and I've got it in my inventory.
So, that being said, what about the other items? Does anyone want the Cube of Force, or we've already given the blasted goggles to Kevin? Which for some bizarre reason he just keeps walking around like this and saying, "To me, my wereslayers."
And then you abuse it in the background.
A bald dude in a wheelchair starts wandering around looking for Kevin.
Oh, it's my that is the one who taught me all of my things, Professor.
He didn't teach you shit.
He should be fired and ashamed of himself.
I mean, it wasn't a really good school.
I promise you, he's not accredited.
It's
I
like med
promise you.
school was not accredited. He does not have his license. He was probably banned by the Board of Education.
we, all of us students were considered gifted, but we had nowhere else to go. Regular schools wouldn't take us.
Right. So, does anyone want the figurine of wondrous power ivory goats? Or the alchemy jug for this particular, which currently, because it can only do a new thing at dawn, is now an alchemy jug of a gallon of wine.
Rowan will pour the wine out.
What would you do that for?
I'm not pouring it on the floor. I'm pouring it in fucking glasses and shit. Pour one out for my homies, and just like I'm pouring them out for people to consume. That wine can be good.
It's not bad wine. It's not the best wine you've ever had, but it's not bad.
It's potable.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyone want to take it with them, or you guys want to leave it here? Because, after the fight, people are going to need sandwiches, and you can't have sandwiches without mayonnaise. And this would quite literally be a miracle whip, so...
Oh, actually, I know what I'll do.
Oh, so Imp, your camera has become
Oh,
unfocused.
Yeah.
There we go.
I can add it. I'll add it to the party inventory.
All right. So, other prep work that you guys want to do? You guys do have an hour because both Kevin and Rowan need to attune to their magic items, so that'll take an hour. So if you guys want to do anything else, technically, attuning just requires you to do light work. Like, you don't have to just sit there for an hour staring at the thing. You just can't be doing anything kind of strenuous that would kind of break the connection. So if you guys want to do some minor things, you can do that while you're attuning. And for the people that aren't attuning to things, you can...
If no one's doing it just to use them in the fight, they might not keep them because they probably have stuff of their own at home, but each of the vampires, one will attune to the Keep of Force and one will attune to the Ivory Goats for the moment.
Okay. The goats actually don't need attunement.
Yeah, it's not too
Oh, right.
Yeah,
But
you can
one
hold
will,
on to them.
yeah, one will hold on to it, and the other one will attune to the Keep Force, just to have the use of them.
Which one? The wizard or the warlock?
Wizard will have the Keep Force. The vampires operate together, so they're not really ever separate. I'm just treating them as one entity.
I understand. But, like, it would probably matter. They could matter in a clutch moment. So keep a force for the wizard, goats for the warlock.
Warlock, yeah.
Temporarily.
All right. So, any other prep work you guys wanted to do?
Rowan actually will prepare food for just to like go through the motions. I think as long as he's tuning, settling himself, he finds it very therapeutic, and probably like doing minor talk as we're planning, discussing how things are going to go.
Are you making the salmon and croissant?
I probably will. I mean, I'll probably make something. And I think I do feel at this point he knows how to infuse wine or something like that, so the vampires can also partake of his ability to benefit. So I presume between two vampires, Kevin, and maybe a handful of other people. So across the board, use it all up so that everyone can get 6 temporary hit points.
Hmm.
Really?
How would that work with us having only 5 hit points normally?
10 hit points are always on top of regular hit points, so you would effectively over
Hit
double
11?
your normal hit points.
Okay.
Alright.
I didn't know if the same mechanics were applying. I figured
Yeah.
at very least it'd be narrative.
Yeah. I actually kind of like the idea of you using your chef skills to give benefits to vampires, because obviously they drink wine.
I figured there's livestock's a thing. There's you literally use the whole creature, and there's like it's not unheard of to like use blood for like thickener for any number of stews.
Yeah.
I mean, waste not, want not.
Blood pudding. I don't know. Blood sausage.
All right. So, anything else? Are you guys ready to do this?
No problem. This deputy magic side ability do I need to save it for his what magic or
No, they can choose it in the moment. Like they
Alright.
just load the shot and fire.
Alright.
That's kind of the versatility of it is what makes it useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felicity's father has like a passive that's like a masterwork weapons, and that'll be with Kevin and crew when they go to the forge.
Nippers. Though, again, this is going to be a little bit different than the stuff that you guys have been doing from before. So, all right. So, if all of you guys are ready, the way this is going to work,
I was gonna ask,
sure.
would I be able to time it? Because I hate that they allowed that. So like when I caught the error I made, would I be able to time it for when I could summon a celestial? Because it takes 10 minutes.
Sure.
Or would this like be kind of like be wonky with time frame?
No, no, that's fine. The only issue we're going to have is I've
Oh, so it's a minute.
I've got to give you a thing for it.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. It's like it's a minute casting time.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's in there. I have to give you a token for it, so give me like a couple seconds
Oh,
to
okay.
get a token. Do you like gold armor, blue armor, red armor, or more different blue armor?
I'll go with blue armor since I'll keep with somewhat in the realm of close to his coloring.
All right, so pick one of those two.
It's blue armor. You said kind of blue, so I don't know. I don't know what like if it's darker blue. If it's
No, I
whatever the
just put
darker.
2 tokens on the map. Pick the one
Oh.
you like better.
Oh, there. Okay.
They're near the top. Sorry.
Okay.
There's a new feature or maybe it's not new because I think Chris told me about it before. But you now can click and actually get everybody to go where you're clicking, and I can't remember what the control for it is. But it's a thing that you can do. So you like that one better? Cool. I need to. Let's do it this way. Roll character. Okay. So theoretically, there should be a new character that I just called Relwyn's Angel.
Yep.
So you should be able to use that to kind of move him around. We just have to shrink him down so he fits in a single hex. So you want to shrink him down to fit in a single hex for this combat. And then since you use that regularly enough, we'll just leave it in so that anytime you summon your Celestial, whatever flavor you make it, that's the symbol that we'll use.
Okay. I don't think I can resize.
There we go. I did it. Theoretically, you should be able to do it by going to one of the corners and wait until your thing changes into arrows, and then you should be able to click and drag. But for right now, that'll work. So,
Okay.
the way this is going to work. All of you are going to start somewhere near here. Oh, while you guys were waiting, are prepping and everything, you need to pick where you're going to build bridges over these chasms. As far as how many you guys can make, why doesn't everybody give me a charisma check? We'll call this a DC 13. And the number of successes you guys get will affect how many bridges you guys can build.
You said charisma check?
Charisma, yes.
I don't know what to roll for the vampires.
Well, you have a warlock, so let's say you have a +5 to your charisma.
Okay.
If it's just charisma, it'd be 15 for Elwyn.
Okay, so it's 1 success.
Um,
Kevin, I would say you probably have like at least like a 13 charisma, so you can add a +1 to.
Oh, excellent. I was going to ask what my charisma penalty was.
Yeah,
I got a 13 on the dice, so
cool.
we're good.
And then
dirty 20 for the vampires.
Okay, and then for the deputies, charisma's never been like their biggest thing, but I'll say I'd say probably like I'll let you choose between a 10 and a 12. You probably have at least one more charismatic deputy in there. So
Yeah, we those whatever. Oh, that would be a bar.
5, cool. All right, so the base amount that you were going to be able to build was 2, and then for each additional success, you guys get an additional bridge. So you can choose to build 5 bridges across these chasms, and they will be the only places that your characters can cross them. So where would you like? You could just kind of draw on the map if you want, or just click and hold, and I will draw the bridges for you guys. We'll make these bridges easy to see, so they will be orange. We like orange. So where do you guys want your bridges? Again, you guys will all be starting off at the front of the inn here. So
Technically, we already have one bridge between the garrison.
yes, you are correct. So let's
Yeah.
put. Really? All right, let's fill it in this time. Get rid of both of those. We don't like them. All right, let's try this one more time. So, bridge there. Where else do you guys want a bridge? This is riveting stuff.
There. Hey, sorry, man. God forbid we take a moment to look at the freaking map, Jody. Let's say like right here.
Okay. Bridge. So that's 1 because you guys already had this bridge.
I'm thinking one right here on the corner of the forge,
Okay.
southwest corner.
I don't know why it won't let me select these things. So like that.
Yes.
All right, where else do you guys want one? So that's 2 of 5. So while you guys are planning, the way this is going to work, you're all going to start right at the end. You can move 6 hexes and do something, or you can move 12 hexes on a turn, but that is your whole turn. And again, the way that this works is those red boxes around each one of these. If your allies are the only ones in that box, you will gain a point at the end of the round for each box that only you guys are in. If there are any enemy units inside of that box at the end of the round, they will gain a point. And you guys, I have the big 4 up there. You guys have 4 rounds until the Nightwalker is able to get to a spot where you have to start dealing with it. So, the more points you guys have, the easier it's going to be for you to attack and damage the Nightwalker. The more points the Nightwalker has, the more powerful it becomes, and the wider its drain area will be when it wanders into town. So, if anyone needs to get like right now, the way you have it set up, if anyone need to get from the garden to the forge, they would have to go down, go over by the inn, and then come back up to the forge. Whereas if you were to put a bridge over here, you could go directly from the garden to the forge using the two different bridges. So if you had like a bridge here, that would allow for that. So that's kind of what you want to think about is when things start happening. You know, one of the monsters you're dealing with in this are giant spiders. So what happens if they web up one of your people? Maybe then you want to send someone over there. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So,
still got
so
3
yeah.
more bridges. And currently you have no way to get to the university.
So, using that logic, I would suggest one between the garden and the forge. There. Oops. Probably one between the forge and the university.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there one big in the university?
Sorry?
Is there doing one between the university and the university?
We can.
I will point out for right now, you guys are all starting at the end. In order to get to the university, as of right now, you will have to go to the forge and then come down. There is no direct path between the inn and the university.
Yeah.
And you got
Well, I
one
would point out
bridge.
the vampires are going to the university, if that matters. Because didn't they just fly the last time?
I believe they did. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go that route, like the vampires can fly and your angel thing can fly.
In that case, I would definitely suggest between the garrison and the university then.
Okay, where did you guys want that?
Well, I'll see. Like, would that work?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I'll turn it in a second here, but
I think you and I are on the same brain.
Yeah.
kind of like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there are your bridges. Crossing over a bridge, we're just going to say costs 2 hexes. No matter what length I've put on it, we're just going to call it 2 hexes to make it easy. So if everyone would put some token, you can just use your regular tokens for this because it makes it easier on me. Right here at the front of the inn, we can try this out. This is a different style of encounter that D&D was not designed for. We're going to see how it goes. We'll probably play a little bit hard and fast with the rules here. But, yeah. And then, Relwyn, don't forget that you should technically have 2 tokens.
Get it?
Okay. So who are we still missing? Because I only have 4, and there should be theoretically 5.
Vala's down.
So that
I'm down.
this is Vala, right?
That's Vala. Yep.
And then Then we're just missing Argenta put down a oh, there it is. I couldn't see it because it blended in. All right, so yeah, we have everything. All righty then. Well, then, like I said, at the top of the map, or here, let's put it somewhere. We'll put it there so that the audience can see it as well. All right, so as night begins to fall, you see a shadow moving in the darkness. You see kind of a shadow moving in the darkness. At first, it just seems like maybe clouds moving across the moon or something. But eventually you see this massive 30 to 40 foot tall being of darkness start slowly making its way out of the forest. Just behind it, you can see a figure. You can see a figure carrying this massive greatsword on their shoulder, absolutely radiating necrotic energy that you guys would recognize as the Death Knight commander of this group. And as he steps forward, he raises the greatsword up, sticks it into the ground, and as he does, the ground starts to rumble, and you start seeing skeleton warriors start kind of coming out of the ground with various pieces of armor on them in different places. You see the corpses of ghouls start getting up in massive numbers and start kind of swarming together. You see a group of strange tentacle-faced undead monsters that you recognize as Alhoons, starting to move forward, riding on an undead beholder, because that was the only mini that I could find with anything resembling a mind flayer on it. And then kind of climbing through the trees themselves, you see these massive giant spiders start moving in. The city itself starts to become surrounded by them, and their numbers seem significantly larger than you were suspecting, an almost endless number of these creatures to deal with. So, let's start off with... We're going to use Popcorn Initiative. And I got a new thing. My brother found this at Walmart on clearance at the register. It was, they called it Campaign Dice Set. It came with 3 full sets of dice and a little silicone dice tray.
Ooh.
So now, hopefully, I can roll into the dice tray and the dice won't roll off the table.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the D20s, I've got 3 of them now. Isn't that a cool color? It's a nice color.
Yeah.
All right, so since Rowan, this is your hometown, choose even or odd.
Odd.
Cool. They are going to start off. So, as you all kind of prepare to start moving out, the first creatures that we see, a ghoul swarm appears near the wall and moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and starts kind of harassing the garden here after coming through that break. Who would like to go first?
If nobody else is going to step forward, Kevin will just look at everybody and go, "You all know what to do. Where Slayers? To me!" And we'll start heading towards the forge.
All right. So go ahead and move your token, whatever you would like to, and you can walk through the building itself.
And I'm sorry, how many spaces?
6 per move action. So you can just move 6 as normal, and then if you want to dash, you can do another 6.
Six, and then he'll dash. 6. Okay.
All right. It's time for some monsters. Coming through the upper hole in the wall, a group of skeleton warriors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Moves in and starts trying to move towards the forge. Who wants to go next?
I think if I can, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do that. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do that right, I believe I should put myself right there. The double
Sure.
move.
I don't. We couldn't see you counting, so I don't know exactly.
Oh,
but it
'cause I-
sounds right.
Like here, so I don't know I can't remember the command for holding down. But
Yeah, no, I think that sounds about right. So yeah, if you want to put your token there, and both of you going to the same place then.
yeah, since that's the garden.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That's fine. I'm just clarifying that you guys are kind of moving together as a unit. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, is that in your turn then?
Yeah. Now, is it just Rowan, or I'm presuming we're all moving together? Like that Rowan is, Rowan and the crossbowman and the battle force angel. We're all right. What you said, we're all moving together as one, right?
Well, the angel has its own unit, and I forgot about
Oh.
the cross. I mean, the angel works the same way that it would work in combat, where it has its own initiative and everything like that. But to make things easier, because you summoned it, it acts on your turn.
Oh, okay.
For the crossbowman, let's just. You're controlling the crossbowman, right?
What do we have? Well, I mean, under control, Sorry, looking at minutes.
I just need to know whose journal I need to put this in. Can I put it in all? Yeah, I'll just put it in all players. So everybody can
Yeah.
move.
I thought I didn't remember this because who we had. Second crossbow. I believe Argento. Well, was it Argento? I remember initially there was because they had the passes of Felicity's father and crossbowman was also Argentus, who I had marked down. Warlock, wizard, and Felicity's father.
Okay. Sorry.
Unless we want to divide it up differently.
I'm just setting this up so that they have a token.
Okay.
Okay, so in all of your journals, you should see crossbow dude. Let's make this easier. Who's controlling crossbow dude? Somebody just say they're going to do it. If we want to leave it with Rowan, that's perfectly fine. I just need someone to claim the crossbowman.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. All right, then put the token on the board, and the next time we have a turn, they will get a chance. We're not going to have them all go on the
Okay.
same turn. Sound good?
Okay.
Cool. All right. So now it is time for at the bottom. Giant spider crawls completely over the walls. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as he gets to the garrison, he starts spewing webs all over it, making the entire area difficult to terrain. Who wants to go next?
Sure. Leave the garden to other people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huzzah.
Where did your character go?
I moved from here to here.
Oh, okay. So you're going down for the garrison?
Yeah.
You're not going for the university?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
clarifying.
Eh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I guess I did see that.
the player that we had
1, 2, 3, 4,
about
5, 6. 1, 2,
Uh,
3. How many squares are the bridges?
2.
2.
4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm near them.
Okay. So, the people that are at Meisenford, we have the Evoker and Warlock vampires who just went, the deputies, who are you, Kevin and Crew, which is Dan, Crossbow Dude, who's being controlled by Rowan right now, the Blacksmith, who doesn't get controlled by anyone, he's just up by the forge, and then Rowan. So, that's everybody that we've got. So when that happens, the Alhoon Coven is going to come in from here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And they're going to get in here, and you can see them start kind of like conjuring magic amongst the three of them to deal. And you can see this kind of field start to form around the university. This kind of sickly yellow field has now engulfed the university. So we've got Crossbow or deputies. Who wants to go first?
oh, and for the university.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Okay.
I guess.
So both the deputies and the vampires are moving towards the university. When that finishes,
I thought I'm sorry. I thought the deputies were going to go for the garrison. That's what I thought we were planning. I'm sorry if the plans are changing. I didn't. That's what I thought we had planned out the last session.
Oh, I will. I thought the vampire was going to kill it. So
Yeah,
that will.
they changed their mind because
Oh, okay.
the original plan was to go to the university for the vampires. So if you want to go for the garrison, you could do that. Just kind of recount your steps.
Alright, so they are going to the university.
Yep, they're right here.
Vampires University.
You are literally on top of them right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
They blend in,
Yeah.
always skulking in the
right.
shadows.
Because if the deputies go to the university too, we currently don't.
Yeah.
If we're playing from last session, that means no one's going to the garrison.
I always did it, university, and I did it in the vampire and the binding.
To make things easier on this, I'm just going to give everyone a little yellow radius so that everyone can see where everybody is.
Yep.
So now everyone can see where everyone else is, right? And bad guys, we're just going to give them
I only see 3 people.
maybe scroll down slightly more then.
I don't see radiuses.
At all?
I
Oh,
see
I see 3 radiuses and that's it.
Yeah, I see Vala and the crossbowman.
I see the deputy and the crossbowman.
I see the 2 that I can control.
Same for my control.
Yeah. Seems like we can see everything.
Why can't the radiuses work the way I want them to? Oh.
I think it's a layer control. I thought if you want other people
No.
to see.
It's, I have to push another button.
Hmm.
Hold, please.
Okay.
All right. Theoretically, you guys should now be able to see the radiuses of everybody, right?
I see
Yeah.
5 lights.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are
Now 6.
4 lights.
Now 6.
Yes,
Yeah.
now I do see 6.
Yeah.
And thank you for getting the reference.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to make some auras for the bad guys that are green so that everybody can see where they are. So everything kind of blends into this map. Didn't we just have... Oh no, I was about to do that. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second here. Oops. Wrong color. So, bad guys, green. Good guys, yellow. Everyone can see?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Awesome! Alright, so
Yep.
now that all of that's done, a ghoul swarm is also going to start heading for the university. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. All right. I think all we've got left is Crossbow Dude, right?
I believe so.
Uh,
That sounds correct.
Crossbow Dude, where you going, dude?
Wait, 1, 2, 3,
So the
4,
audience
5,
can
6. 1, 2,
This is what they could see.
3, 4, 5, 6. So that should, I don't know if that half step or not, whether that's here or here.
That's fine.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be incredibly accurate, just enough that we can figure
Okay,
out.
I'll
where
just
you're
put 'em-
going
I'll
to.
put 'em over here this way. Okay.
All right. So, and then after his turn, the Death Knight is going to appear on the top, and to show you he's a little bit different, we're going to give him.
He's not like other Death Knights.
Yeah, he's not like other.
He has torn jeans. He listens to rock music.
I can fix him.
So he's going to have a white aura for undeath. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Because he's faster. I think I'm going to change that aura because it's a little bit too close. Maybe blue. There, so he's blue. Guys, you don't see that?
Oh, yes.
So that's the Death Knight coming towards Kevin. So, at the end of the round,
So, sorry, I just want to make sure. So, where's Felicity's father?
he's at the forge. He's just giving a passive buff.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah. So at the end of the round, the garden has Relwyn inside the border and the zombie. So let's do some more text. If I was smart, what I would do.
I'm sorry. Are there zombies too?
Yep. See the green thing in the garden?
No, I thought those were ghouls.
Sorry, ghoul, zombie. They're kind of
Oh,
similar.
okay. Well, not according to D&D Beyond and D&D. There was a very distinct difference.
Actually,
Such that. So, in this corner, that will be how many points the bad guys have. And in this corner, it would be... Really? You stupid piece of... Tried doing this before, and it wouldn't let me change the colors.
Mm.
Now will you do it for... Oh. Roll20, you're annoying me right now, dude. And I just finished talking about how much I love you. All right, upper left-hand quarter. That's how many points they have. Upper right-hand quarter is how many points you have. In green, red is the bad guys. So at the end of the round, the garden scores 1 point for the bad guys, 1 point for the good guys. The forge scores no points for either people at the end of this round. University scores no points for the good guys, 1 point for the bad guys. So that will turn to 2 points. And then the garrison scores no points for the good guys, 1 point for the bad guys. So, score as of the end of the first round is bad guys have 3 points, good guys have 1 point. The Nightwalker starts moving towards the city, and you guys see as he walks, the plant life around him withers and dies. The ground below him, you watch, not only does the grass and plant life on the ground start to wither, but it starts to kind of fade away and turn into just dust and sand as he walks through it, arriving in 3 turns. Who wants to go first? Oh wait, bad guys go first. So they're going to start off by having... We're going to start off with the Death Knight. Moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is going to see... he's going to see the Wereslayers here, and he takes his massive sword off his back and he swings it in their direction, and this wave of necrotic energy starts flying at them. I need you guys to make me a saving throw. It's DC 13.
Okay.
Or wait, for the Death Knight. Yeah, DC 13.
Do I get any bonuses?
So
I
we're
don't-
going to use the old rules for bonuses and stuff like that. So this is your just being attacked. If you want to use one of your abilities, that would give you that. If you can give me a battle tactic that you're going to try to use to do this, that can give you bonuses. I would say the Death Knight, the Wereslayers have never dealt with a Death Knight before, so
Yeah.
it won't give you the advantageous pair up for that. But
all right. Aha! 15 on the die.
okay, so as this wave of energy hits you and hits you hard, you are able to. I guess I will let you choose. The wave of necrotic energy does damage, but it also is a partial wave of force that will move you. With that save, you can prevent one of those two things from happening. So would you like to not take damage or not move?
I'm gonna say not move.
Okay, so the Wereslayer, seeing this thing could come forward, Kevin kind of places his hand up next to his blasted goggles and is getting ready to kind of blow away the the wave of energy, realizing he has a limited number of charges. He just kind of grabs onto everyone around him. He's like, "We can do this, dudes!" And the wave of necrotic energy hits him like a tidal wave. The air is knocked out of his lungs. But he and the Wage Slayers are able to kind of grip and bear it through that. They do take 2 points of damage, but they do not move.
Okay.
All right. So now that that has happened, who wants to go next?
Well, I have a bad idea, but I think I'm just gonna try to get to the forge.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So
Okay.
he's now inside the forge.
All right.
As he was crossing that bridge, how sturdy does that bridge seem?
The people that made it made a very sturdy bridge, or as sturdy
Okay.
as they could in a few hours.
Okay.
So it's still makeshift. It's still made from scraps and stuff like that, but people walking over it are not going to cause it to fall or anything like that. It would take more damage than just that.
Right. Like, probably more damage than a single eye blast.
No, you think the eye blast might do it, but just walking over it won't.
Okay.
So, as that happens, a giant spider appears, climbs over the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and gets in here, but unfortunately does not have
Oh,
enough anything to do anything when it gets in there. All right, who wants to go next?
Definitely, I will move forward and try to light a fire on the giant spider.
Okay. I would say the spider has made the area and the bridge difficult terrain, but I think you're close enough that it doesn't really matter. You have enough speed to get there without dashing. So when you get
Would
there,
that be close enough? Or would I see a movie with close?
well, what do you want to do? So I mean, you have firearms. So if all you're doing is attacking, firearms tend to work best at range.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you just want to? You can.
But I mean, what am I?
You are in the area where you're going to score points. Like as soon as you get close enough, you can feel the latent energy in there that you're going to be conjuring back to the end. So you are right now, as long as you are there at the end of the round, you will be scoring points.
I will open fire on the spider.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Again, the base DC now is 13.
Alright. Would you be covered how as a battle tactic?
I think so. I think I can give you a +2 for that. Sure.
Alright. And what would be my
And you guys have a flat +1 from the blacksmith making you better weapons. So right now you're at a +3.
do this with me?
Definitely. So as the deputies get in there, they see all of the webs all over everything, and they see this massive spider just kind of looking down at them. And as it starts moving, they all take out rifles and just and the spider loses a few little limbs. mouse. Thank you. And unfortunately is deceased. For
It is no more.
for the bad guys, another giant spider comes from the left here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and actually gets pretty close to you. All right, so yeah, and that's their turn. Who wants to go next? We still got the vampires, crossbowmen, and then Rowan. So
Rowan will move forward with the Battle Force Angel.
okay.
Just saying, trying to grab it right. Right, we're trying to grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's in that 6?
All right.
And these are just ghouls. Rowan will just he'll do a coordinated attack, and he'll first. I think actually he'll coordinate the attack with the Battle Force Angel. Let the Battle Force Angel go and do the flyby attack, and go for that first swath and coordinating with Rowan. And then Rowan will use a Turn Undead.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No problem.
Oh man. So,
I know we're doing the simple basic attack, so it's obviously I'm not going to do a roll or anything like
your
that. So
flavor of Turn Undead disintegrates.
yes,
Up to a certain level.
normally,
correct?
yeah.
What is that level right now?
Let's see on the.
I want to say it's like challenge rating 3 or 4, right?
Right there, next turn, Divinity, Turn Undead.
I think it's further down because they call it something different. When you get the ability to disintegrate, it's like Smite Undead or something like that. Or there we go, Destroy Undead. So I think you need to look further down the thingy.
Yes, Destroy Undead. CR of 4 or lower for me now.
So the thing about this, if you use Turn Undead,
It's one of my channel divinities.
It'll take care of that. The Battle Angel can do something else. Like your Turn Undead is more than enough to just disintegrate. Because I don't think there's a save or anything for it, right? It just disintegrates things. Or is there a save for it?
Excuse me.
It has been so long since I've actually looked at this.
There is normally a saving throw for my Turn Undead. It's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
And then
whether
if
or not
they
that's
fail, they get disintegrated instead of scared. Okay, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so I'm just gonna have them roll.
And I think it might be higher because the attunement doesn't seem to be taking on my deck. I'll just say it's 18. I'll figure that out later. I don't want to botch anything.
Yeah, I think because does the deck thing say saving throws or just your attack rolls? Where are you, Fate?
And you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and to your spell save DC.
Yeah. So, well, didn't
And I
you already
really
have
wish-
something that was improving your spell save DC? But I thought it was only a +1.
I also have my my amulet.
How much does that normally give? Just a +1, or does it give a +2?
My amulet of the Vow is a +2.
Maybe that's what it is, because they don't stack.
Oh, they don't stack. Okay, maybe that's it.
We'll deal with that later. For right now,
Yeah.
we're just going to keep the DC 18
Yeah.
because it's still high enough, and they still failed. So that's gone. So your angel can do something else if you would like, or they can just kind of stand there. Again, the whole point of this versus like a normal encounter is location control is significantly more important than killing things because they have an unlimited number of monsters. After every one of your turns, they're going to add another person.
Sure.
So if you guys want to start being a little bit more defensive and getting creative with how you do it, that might be almost more useful to you than just being able to disintegrate bad guys. Despite the fact that it's a very useful thing to do.
Yeah, I just figured hit him hard, hit him fast, and get, at least try to get control of the board temporarily.
Yeah, no, it works
yeah.
perfectly. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could use the angel. I don't know how you would use them, but if you want to get creative with how the angel might be more defensive, you can, or you could just end your turn and wait to see what happens.
I could say, angel sees up to 3 creatures. Until the end of the angel's next turn, they'll use battlefield inspiration. The angel chooses up to 3 creatures you can see within 30 feet of it. Until the end of the angel's next turn, each target can add a D4 to its attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool. Then, unfortunately, that would just be you and Crossbow Guy, but that's still useful.
That's the team that's got to do it. So yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. Cool. Then that's what the angel does. All right. At the end of your turn, we're going to have the Alhoun move forward so that he's here. Move the map down for the audience to see. The Alhoun is going to move forward, so he's here. And then he's going to fixate on the vampires, and there's this blast of psionic energy, and I need both of you to defend against a psionic assault. We're going to say, since all 3 Alhouns are working together, this is actually going to be a DC 14.
What are they doing?
They're trying to stun you with a psionic assault. Classic Mind Flayer bullshit. Even though these are undead Mind Flayers, they're still, Mind Flayers.
Well, the vampires just handle that straight up. I rolled a 19 on the die.
Okay. So, as this wave of energy, Mind Flayers have not been seen in the Three Kingdoms probably longer than Sanguinius has been like a fully established capital. However, before Sanguinius, the Dark Elves used to have to deal with them on a fairly regular basis in the Shadowfell, which is where they came from and all the vampires came from. So you guys probably would be familiar with Mind Flayers and their various things, but you guys haven't ever dealt with one in your lifetime. And so as you see this kind of wave of psionic energy coming at you, you both just kind of sit there and you can feel like your temples pulsing and your brain hurting, but you sit there and you kind of fight through it and you go, oh, yeah, kind of makes sense why we don't like them. Who wants to go next?
Sure. Oh. I counted this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get right into the scoring position. And I have an evoker, so because there's multiple, fireball.
All right, so you start conjuring this fireball. It's going to be DC 13 for the both of them. What's a saving throw? Yeah. So what's your? We're gonna say that your save. I like DC 18, which is what Relwyn's working with. So we'll call it a DC 18.
Sure.
And because the Alhoons are flying, I'm gonna give them a +3 to their roll. Zombies got shit, or ghouls. I'm sorry, have shit. Well, the Alhoons get a nat 20. The zombies don't exist anymore, or the ghouls. They incinerated. The Alhoons kind of raised their undead beholder high enough, and with a nat 20, I'm going to say they don't receive any damage from it at all. And they just kind of stare down at you, angry. At the end of that, I think we're going to have... have a skeleton warrior start moving in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's going to get close enough, and seeing the angel do something that doesn't seem right to him, he's going to try and take out the angel. So I need to defend against a skeleton warrior. DC 13 again.
Just to make sure. I don't know. I don't know if that's to everyone or if that's if Battlefield Inspiration applies to. See, it says up to 3 creatures. So I'm gonna. It's not. It's probably not gonna include.
Okay.
Or can it include? So it'd be Relwyn.
Well, you can. The way that's been ruled previously is you can see yourself.
Okay.
So,
Because it's just Relwyn, the crossbowman, and the battle
yeah,
force. So
since you don't have anyone else to give it to, I would say, yeah, go for it.
okay.
At least that's how I've seen it ruled before.
17 on the die and 4 on the D4.
All right. So as he comes forward and he starts to try and attack your angel, how do you visualize this angel looking? Like, do they have weapons? Are they just kind of there conjuring things? What? How do you see it?
It's kind of, I don't know if you're familiar with the picture of this. I think also you gave like the indigo vibe for their coloring, so I get almost kind of like blue fire type, or like their hair. Maybe there's like the aura around their wings. They definitely have like a blue flame sword.
Okay. And do you see him carrying a shield or just the sword?
I think it's just a sword because I don't think they have a shield.
Cool. Nope, that works perfectly. So, as the skeleton starts moving forward, it brings this blade full of necrotic energy to bear against this creature. And it has this kind of dented, warped-looking shield on its arm. And as it brings it down, the Celestial brings its indigo burning sword to bear and kind of clashes once with it, clashes twice with it, and kind of knocks the sword backwards as the entire arm kind of like gets knocked out of its socket and kind of hangs at an awkward angle for a little bit as the skeleton guy goes and kind of gets ready for another fight. I think all we've got left is the crossbowman, right?
I believe so. And if it does happen to matter, its longsword does deal additional radiant damage on top of that. But this is the defend thing anyway.
Yeah.
So, So the crossbowman will come in. I think it'll just take center stage on the map on their little corner of the map. Got no reason why I can't open fire and just go after that dude.
Cool. So crossbow comes in, loads a bolt in. Kind of steadies.
He's an arcane archer, is what I have down.
Yeah. So if you want to use one of his abilities, you can do crazy arcane archer shit, or if you just want to shoot the skeleton, you can do that too.
I think I'll just shoot for now.
Go for it. Again, DC 13.
And he's got
And
the
you
belt
have
of
a
inspiration.
+1 from the Huzuetsu, the blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has a base +1 to any attack rolls they make because the blacksmith
12
gave you better weapons.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Cool. Then another skeleton bites the dust. And at the end of that, this skeleton's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12 to get onto the other side of the bridge. And that ends that. So, at the end of round 2, the garden only has you guys, so that gets you a single point. The forge has both allies and enemies in it, so that's a point for each. The university has both allies and enemies, so that's a point for each. And then the garrison has both allies and enemies, so that's a point for each. So at the end of round 2, we have the bad guys have 6 points, the allies have 5 points. But unfortunately, it's getting a little bit late, so that is where we're going to end it for today. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all of these to my YouTube channels, youtube.com/TrainerJody. As a reminder, you can pre-order from all major booksellers the Hearthwitch's Guide to Spite and Spellwork. And you can also pre-order, I think, through the Crit Roll shop and various other places. The Critical Role, The Mighty Nine, Stories Untold, which also has one of these stories written by our lovely friend Kiri Callaghan. So check those things out. Otherwise, again, it's going to be all for me today. I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.